In this video, we're diving deep into the lives of some of the most hated actors and actresses of 2023. From diva antics to serious career missteps, we'll explore why these stars have fallen from grace and become the talk of Tinseltown for the wrong reasons. Facts First presents the most hated actor of 2023. Katherine Heigl. Katherine Heigl was once the darling of Hollywood, gracing our screens in hit romantic comedies like 27 Dresses and TV dramas like Grey's Anatomy. She was the actress everyone was talking about, and her future seemed bright. But things took a dramatic turn. Heigl's outspoken nature started to rub people the wrong way. She openly criticized her own projects, including calling Knocked Up sexist and withdrawing her Emmy nomination for Grey's Anatomy because she felt the material didn't warrant an Emmy. These actions led many in the industry to label her as ungrateful and difficult to work with. The backlash was swift. Heigl found herself with fewer roles and a reputation that seemed almost impossible to repair. She tried to make a comeback with various projects, but none seemed to resonate with audiences the way her earlier works did. Today, Katherine stands as a woeful warning in Hollywood about how quickly public opinion can turn against you. Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf's journey from child star on Disney's Even Stevens to a leading man in blockbuster hits like Transformers and Indiana Jones was nothing short of meteoric. But just as quickly as his star rose, it plummeted, thanks to a series of off-screen antics that have overshadowed his acting talents. He's been involved in various controversies, including public meltdowns, arrests, and even accusations of plagiarism. His behavior has been so erratic, it's led to legal troubles and stints in rehab. The industry's patience with LaBeouf seems to have worn thin. Directors and co-stars have been wary of working with him, citing his unpredictable behavior as a significant concern. His actions have not only derailed his career, but also made him one of the most disliked actors in Hollywood today. While LaBeouf has acknowledged his issues and sought help, the road to redemption looks long and uncertain. Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres, the once beloved host of daytime TV, has seen her empire start to crumble in a way that few could have predicted. Known for her "be kind" mantra, Ellen was the feel-good personality people turned to for laughs and uplifting stories. But in 2020, allegations of a toxic workplace environment behind the scenes of The Ellen DeGeneres Show began to surface. Employees spoke out about experiencing mistreatment, including claims of racial insensitivity, sexual misconduct, and bullying from senior staff. The fallout was virtually instantaneous. An internal investigation was launched, leading to the firing of key executives and a public apology from Ellen. But the damage was done. Ratings for her show plummeted, and her reputation took a massive hit. The irony of a host who preached kindness while presiding over a toxic work environment was not lost on the public. Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase is a name synonymous with comedy classics like National Lampoon's Vacation and Saturday Night Live. He's a comedy legend, no doubt, but his reputation off-screen is far from laughable. Chase has been described as one of the most disliked actors in Hollywood, and it's not hard to see why. Reports of his abrasive behavior, conflicts with co-stars, and even feuds with directors have been well documented over the years. Stories of him being difficult to work with have circulated so widely that many in the industry actively avoid collaborating with him. His reputation took a significant hit during his time on Community, where his conflicts with the show's creator, Dan Harmon, became public knowledge. Chase's behavior was so disruptive, it led to his eventual exit from the show. Despite his undeniable talent and contributions to comedy, the dark cloud of his off-screen actions hangs heavily over his legacy. Today, Chevy serves as a stark reminder that talent can sometimes be overshadowed by a difficult personality. Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon, the charming and ever so playful host of The Tonight Show, has been a staple on late-night TV for years. Known for his lighthearted interviews and viral segments, Fallon has always portrayed a friendly and approachable image on screen. But behind the scenes, the story is different. Recent reports have surfaced describing Fallon's behavior as erratic and leading to an unhealthy work environment. It's resulted in a high turnover of showrunners and a decline in staff morale. The allegations against Fallon were so severe, he was forced to issue a public apology to his staff. While some employees felt the apology was earnest, the damage to his reputation seems irreversible for now. The irony is Fallon, who's always been seen as the nice guy of late-night TV, is now facing scrutiny for the very opposite. His case serves as a lesson that public personas can often be misleading. Bill Cosby. Cosby, once a revered figure known as America's Dad, has seen his reputation crumble in a way that has left the nation in a state of disbelief. He was the man behind The Cosby Show, a sitcom that broke racial barriers and became a cultural phenomenon. The show was more than just entertainment, it was a statement on what the American family could be, with Cosby himself at the helm as the wise and loving patriarch. For years, he was a role model not just for Black Americans, but for people of all backgrounds. His influence extended beyond television since he was also a successful stand-up comedian, actor, and author. But the facade began to crack when allegations of sexual assault started to surface. Initially, people found it hard to reconcile these accusations with the man who had been a moral compass for so many. But more and more women came forward, sharing eerily similar stories of being drugged and assaulted by Cosby, and the gravity of the situation became impossible to ignore. In 2018, he was convicted on 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault, leading to a prison sentence of 3 to 10 years. Reruns of The Cosby Show were pulled from syndication, honorary degrees were revoked, and his name was removed from various institutions. The man who had once been a symbol of family values and moral integrity had become a symbol of betrayal and deceit. His actions have led to a seismic shift in how society views public figures, sparking conversations about the responsibility that comes with fame and the potential dangers of placing people on a pedestal. He became one of the most hated figures in Hollywood and arguably American pop culture at large. His case also had a ripple effect, contributing to the Me Too movement and encouraging more survivors of sexual assault to come forward. His fall from grace is not just the downfall of a celebrity, it's a cultural reckoning, forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths about who we choose to idolize and why. Amber Heard. Amber Heard, known for roles in movies like Aquaman, has become one of the more polarizing figures in Hollywood. Her legal battles with ex-husband Johnny Depp have been highly publicized, leading to a social media firestorm. Campaigns have targeted her, accusing her of being an abuser and a liar, and the vitriol has reached extreme levels. Some have even resorted to making death threats against her. The animosity against Heard is multi-layer and amplified by various groups on social media. Initially, the anti-Amber sentiment was fueled by diehard Johnny Depp fans, who are tightly networked and highly effective at signal boosting. These fans were quick to push out narratives that painted Heard in a negative light, and their efforts were so relentless they caught the attention of general interest YouTubers and lifestyle bloggers. These people, recognizing the trending topic, began to create content that further criticized Heard. But the hatred didn't stop there. The situation has attracted the attention of other groups with vested interests, such as the so-called men's rights activists, who see her story as an example of how women can manipulate and destroy men. This led to a snowball effect where the anti-Amber sentiment grew into an all-consuming beast on the internet. Perhaps most jarring were trends on TikTok like teenagers acting out Amber Heard's claims from her testimony about specific instances of abuse, but doing so in a mocking manner. Now it's time to hear from you. What are your thoughts on these canceled celebs? Let us know in the comments section below.